What's up, ladies and gents? CenterStrain01 is your host here. Of course, for those of you that I haven't said, hopefully you had a great holiday. It is now after the holiday. Of course, Star Citizen Alpha 3.0 Live is out right now. Now, for the first 4 or 5 days or so, I just was getting like 5 frames, but I did a little tinkering around inside the system, setting different page files and things like that. I will link you to a post in the description of this video, so if you're playing this and you want to figure out how to make the experience more enjoyable and work better for you and whatever system that you have, I will have that in the description. Click on that and that should hopefully help you out. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take out a Drake Cutlass. As you can see, I'm getting about 35 or so frames right now, which this is like the most that I ever get, so it's definitely working. Whatever I did because of, and it's specifically these guys that do Star Citizen a lot. They go in, they change the page files around to make sure that the RAM usage is better, and as you can see, it just makes the game in general run a lot better. Now, there's a huge community around Star Citizen that a lot of people like to help each other out. So this is, you know, obviously something similar to that. So hopefully everything is working correctly and we can actually maybe do a mission here. Our first actual live 3.0 mission. Let me help this guy out. You can see, man, I mean, I've never got this many frames unless I was like offline mode in the PTU, especially at Port Olisar. So everything seems so smooth. It's still not 60, but then again, I don't even know if my rig can run 60 because of the fact that I'm playing this in ultra wide, which, you know, is very taxing. But you can see that as far as my RAM goes, I'm only using 8,639. That's not too bad. I know some other people use a lot more RAM than that. Only thing I don't like about my Drake Cutlass is the color scheme of the green. Just not a big fan of that. Alright, so as you can see, there are a lot of people right here at Port Olisar, so let's check out what missions are available right now. It seems like this would be a pretty easy mission to do, so why don't we do that? Looks like we're heading out to Selin. Obviously, you got to go here first before you can even make it out to Selin. Now, hopefully at some point they will put in the game the ability to be able to link jumps. So we have to go to the Cryastro service station in order to be able to jump to Selin. Maybe one day you'll be able to link jumps, so I could jump here and then it automatically jumps to the next point, the final destination point. I think that would be a really cool feature.
Quantum drive is now,
and it should be something that should be easily, you know, taken care of, something that you should be able to do. So let's head down here. It's actually pretty nice when the game runs smooth. It's like a game that you just don't want to put down. You just feel so involved and whatnot. Sorry if you guys are hearing some echo sound, but I don't have my headphones in, so speakers might be coming through the mic.
quantum drive is now off.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that my my HOTAS system was set up. I'm using mouse and keyboard right now for this. All right, so let's see. We got a few jump points. That's 472. That's 246. It should
Quantum drive is now on.
get a little better. $377 still away.
Quantum drive is now off.
This one's probably on the far. Yeah, that's 600. So I don't know. Let's see. We're 375 there. Let's say if we jump to here,
Quantum drive is
we'll figure out how much closer it could get us. It's possible that it won't get us any closer because we're jumping to the complete other side. So it'll be interesting to find out. I do like how they've put these little points around each planet or moon. That way you can jump a little quicker, but it's still it's a little quicker. And then there's one right here too. Yeah, but that's there's no way that's going to be. All right, looks like we're coming in from 266 out. So one of the drawbacks, and I don't really consider it a drawback because it adds to what the game is trying to accomplish, is you're not going to be able to just go, you know, from right out of quantum jumping and then right to the planet. You know, obviously, realistically, physics shouldn't work that way. There should be times that it's going to take you to do certain things and to achieve things. Now, Elite Dangerous does it fairly well, which allows you, like, there's a certain point when it's not called quantum jump, but when you're going in and then you get closer to a planet, then it goes automatically into. So its system's a little differently than it is in the Star System or Star Citizen universe. But hopefully they'll be able to get this situated to where there'll be a mix of maybe taking a little bit of time, but at the same time not taking too much time, because obviously we want to play the game. We want to get on the planet and do what it is that we need to do. And the only way to do that is to make sure that you're not spending too much time sitting here twiddling your thumb. Now, I guess the thing that they say is, oh, you can go into your here, into your Moby Glass and mess around with things. But right now, in the current state of 3.0, there's not a lot that you can mess around with unless you want to go into your uniform. And the problem is, and you try to go into your uniform, excuse me, you'll automatically start taking over control of the ship and not in your Moby Glass. So it makes it even harder for you to do things while you're in your Moby Glass. So you start out with a balance of 5,000. You got to keep doing missions. Obviously, we don't even have a suit, or, well, we have a suit. We have just the undersuit, the basic stuff here. I don't know if you can, probably won't be able to see me in here, as it's pretty dark. But, I mean, just the beautiful visuals. And when it runs, like I said, if I could have the game run this smooth around 40 frames, I would be completely fine with that. The problem is, obviously, it doesn't always do that. So it looks like we're heading to the dark side of Cellin here. Now, I know that there's a button that allows you to turn your lights on, but I have no idea what it is. They've changed the buttons around so much, but I have no idea there's like a button for you to be able to turn your lights on, I guess. But we're about 91 kilometers away, so we're going to be starting to enter the... I wouldn't say there's not really an atmosphere here because this is a moon, but the gravitational pull. Now, in this vehicle, it's going to be pretty easy to navigate. But if you're in like a Starfarer or something like that, it's going to be harder for you to land just because of the G-force, and the gravity is going to pull your ship completely down. One thing I've noticed too is that we no longer have the ability to zoom in. I don't know if they've taken that out or what, but we can't I can't literally use the mouse wheel function to be able to zoom in. We'll keep it at 802. That should be a good speed. You don't want to go too fast when you're down, getting closer. And you'll see the occasional dips will go down. It's always good to stay up as high as you can and then go down from there instead of the opposite.
Landing gear down.
Alright, so it looks like we made it. Again, it used to be 5 that you could hit in order to turn your lights on, but they've changed everything around, so I have no idea what it is now. I'd rather take in a slow approach instead of going too fast, because if you go too fast, you can bump into, you know, a mountain or something that you just can't see because it's so dark. This is a personal mission, so that means there shouldn't be anyone else that will be doing this mission right here, as it's not a general mission. Make sure we're leveled off here, and we're going to land.
Landing complete.
Engines off. You'll always kind of like float up, but the moment you put your engines off, then you'll kind of float back down. For whatever reason, I'm not sure why it does that. But I try to give myself a little bit of space, and just in case, we'll go ahead and put out our weapon, even though we shouldn't need it. As I don't see anybody down here. Now again, this is just the first iteration of 3.0 and 3.1 and beyond. Things are going to start like really opening up. Like we're going to have the ability to mine, and bounty hunting and all that other kind of stuff is going to be implemented more. So right now we just have really simple, basic types of missions. They've finally gotten the cargo to work a lot better than it did in the PTU, but I mean it took a long time to get there, that's for sure. And see, it still doesn't work 100% great, but gets the job done. Good enough for government work.
Launch complete.
Okay, that's a little weird. Whoa. I have never had that much freedom in my movement when I'm controlling a ship before. This is weird. Alright, so there's a little bit of a glitch going on right now, clearly. As I cannot adjust. Do you see how it's like, it's kind of adjusting my shit? Whoa, 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 we're about ready to crash. I don't know what it's doing. Just when I was giving the game some amazing praise. Alright, let's get out and get back in and see what that does. There we go. Now we're back. Okay. That was a little bit weird.
Landing gear up.
Alright, so our delivery drop-off point is 101,000 miles away, or kilometers away. As far as where that is, let's find out. There's our cargo. We're going to delivery drop-off at Yella. See how sometimes they're like really far away? It makes it look really weird. Unless it's a... Let me zoom in a little bit better to make sure. Yep, okay, it's there. Alright, so now all we gotta do is wait until we're out of... We're obstructed right now, obviously, by the gravity. We should be getting close. I mean, beautiful, beautiful game. Look at that, the way the sun... Alright, now we should be good to go.
Quantum drive is now.
Eat my dust, selling. Some frame drops there, looks like, big time. Went down to 11.
Quantum drive is now off.
Alright, so my guess is we're in... It's obstructed. Now this is where it gets a little confusing because you're literally going to be quantum jumping through asteroids. I think they need to figure something out in that regard because that is a little bit unbelievable.
Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on.
But as you can see, game's actually working pretty smooth for the most part right now, even on the live server. It's very, very, especially during a time where a lot of people are off, you know, school and things like that because of the time. Let's see, how far away is that one? No, that's too far. So usually you're going to be going in, unless you're at Delamar, it's going to take you a while to get to whatever point you're trying to get to. Because at Delamar, when you go to Levski, you pretty much jump in and you're only about 100 and something kilometers away. But as you can see, this is we'll get just a little bit now. I'm not really sure if the prices are going to be final for what we're doing here. It just seems like a very, very little amount of money that we're kind of making for a mission that takes this long. So as far as how that's going to change, I'm not really sure. We just need to deliver the goods to this quiet, out-of-the-way place. But we're only getting 155. Now, most missions really don't get you that much. 105, PI wanted 74. Now, that array hack job, you get a lot more. But what happens is you turn bad, and you get a criminal crime stat. And then you have to go and get that crime stat removed illegally, which takes a lot of time. So for as much money as you're getting, I don't know if it's the payoff. These actually provide you with quite a bit of money, but you have a lot of, you want to do these with like other online players because you'll die. I mean, even if you're in the best ship, there's like 5-6 ships out there that are shooting right at you the whole time, and you can only really focus on one at a time. So it really is not a good idea to do these unless you have like a crew with you or someone manning the turrets and whatnot to make it a more enjoyable mission. Now, supposedly, and I've never had this happen to me, but I know it's in there, the more missions you do, or the more missions that you're logged in with doing, then the main mission givers will come up and start being able to handle you missions and stuff. But I haven't got to experience that yet because usually the server crashes before I can even get 1 or 2 missions in. So it is what it is, but maybe one day I'll be able to finally get into those. Alright, so we're about 145 kilometers from the mission drop off. It just seems like we've had the luck of everything that we're doing is on the dark side of the moon. Now again, you're going to see a lot of Star Citizen gameplay on the channel, and it's just something to break up all of the walkthroughs I got going on, or that are going to be going on at the start of the year. We've got Metal Gear Solid 3 starting up here in just a few days. We also are going to have Resident Evil 4. And then there's the Chronicles of Riddick. Assault on Dark Athena is going to be done this year, or in 2018. There's a lot of exciting things that I have going on that I'm really, really excited to get into. And a lot of big news to share with you guys in January, which I can't wait until I can. I know I've been hitting at it a little bit here and there, but this is a complete change for everything, and I'm really, really excited about it. So Misty's doing great. Her sutures came out yesterday. The bottom section did, but we took her into the emergency room because we were a little afraid, because it's only been 5-6 days after surgery. They shouldn't have come out yet, but some of them did, and the doctor said it was fine, that the wound is closed up. So luckily we dodged a good bullet there. But she's doing okay. She's in her room sleeping. Alright, 38 kilometers away. All this for 100 and some credits. Yeah, 400 is a good speed. We can enjoy the vistas. You always got to pay attention to that current altitude as well. So as long as you're not going too fast, then you should be okay. And when we get down to about 1,000 meters, I'll go ahead and put in the landing gear.
Landing gear down.
I mean, because you can see it's completely dark. Oh, so 5 are the lights. Okay. They're just not very, very bright. This is the first time I've done a mission that's like this.
Landing complete.
And the engine's off, you should be good. Looks like we're delivering this. This is the first time I've done a mission like this, where I guess it's for the bad guys because we're delivering it to like this type of location. So we'll be on our toes. Although we can't really fight when we have this in our hand. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. So... guessing that's all we do. Wow. There you go. Mission complete. I mean, this game, once it works and everything is in place, it's going to be something where you to just get completely lost in. And I'm just so excited for the future. I mean, in Squadron 42 looks amazing. There's a lot to be thankful for and hopeful for this game. You just have to learn how to be patient, which is the biggest drawback for a lot of people, is because we've been waiting for a good 5 years now. But remember, they've built everything from scratch. So, but I'm going to continue to be patient and hope for the best. Thank you all for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.